In a humble home at the edge of a small bustling town lived a boy named Ethan. He was 16, full of restless energy, and always felt that life had dealt him an unfair hand. Ethan's father, Paul, was a carpenter whose hands were rough from years of hard work, and his mother, Linda, was a seamstress who worked long hours to make ends meet. Together, they provided Ethan with everything they could, but Ethan was never satisfied. Every day, he compared his life to those of his wealthier classmates. While they showed off their new gadgets, designer clothes and vacations abroad, Ethan felt stuck in his modest existence. He would come home complaining about their small house, their aging car, and the fact that his parents couldn't afford the luxuries he desired. "Why don't we have more?" Ethan would often say, his tone dripping with frustration. "We do our best, Ethan," his mother would reply, her voice gentle but firm. "A happy life isn't about having everything, it's about appreciating what you have." Ethan scoffed every time. He couldn't understand how they could be content with so little. One evening, after another argument with his parents over his allowance, Ethan overheard his mother talking to his father. "You know," said softly, "I could have married Robert. He was wealthy, charming, and could have given me a life of ease. But I chose you, Paul, because I loved you." Ethan froze. Robert? Who was this Robert? And why would his mother choose his father, a man who could barely make ends meet, over someone who could have provided so much more? That night, Ethan confronted his mother. "Is it true?" he demanded. "You could have married a rich man, and you didn't? Why? Do you realize how much better our lives could have been?" Linda looked at her son with sad eyes. "Ethan, love is worth much more than wealth. I chose your father because I knew he could love me unconditionally, and together we could build a family rooted in care and respect." But Ethan didn't see it that way. His resentment boiled over. "You choose wrong, Mom," he said coldly. "You should have thought about what was best for your family." Linda's heart broke, but she said nothing more. Ethan stormed out of the house, anger clouding his mind. As Ethan wandered through the dark street, he found himself in the old part of town. It was eerily quiet, the only sound coming from his footsteps, echoing on the cobblestones. He sat on a bench, stewing in his thoughts, when a man appeared seemingly out of nowhere. The man, tall, and wore a long coat that shimmered faintly under the street lights. In his hands was a strange glowing device that looked like something out of a sci-fi movie. "Troubled, young man?" the stranger asked, his voice deep and smooth. Ethan hesitated, but the man's piercing gaze seemed to pull the truth out of him. He poured out his frustrations, telling the man about his parents, their modest life, and his mother's choice to marry his father instead of a wealthy suitor. The man listened intently, then said, "What if I told you that you could change your life? I'm a time traveler, and I can give you a chance to go back and rewrite history. But beware, changing the past comes with consequences." Ethan didn't hesitate. "I'll do it. I want my mom to marry the rich guy." The man handed him the device. "This will take you back to the moment your mother made her choice. Influence her decision and your new life will unfold. But remember, you only get one chance." With a flash of light, Ethan was gone. Ethan found himself in a beautiful garden. He saw his mother, younger and radiant, sitting on a bench with a handsome, well-dressed man, Robert. They were laughing, but Ethan noticed hesitation in his mother's eyes. He knew this was the moment she would decide between Robert and his father. Eton intervened subtly, planting seeds of doubt about his father and emphasizing the comfort and stability Robert could offer. His mother, swayed by his words, chose Robert. Satisfied, Eton activated the device and returned to the present. Eton woke up in a grand mansion. The furniture was ornate, the halls lined with paintings, and servants bustled about. He was overjoyed. Finally, he had the life he always dreamed of. But as the days turned into weeks, Eton began to notice the cracks in his seemingly perfect life. His new father, Robert, was wealthy but arrogant and distant. He spent little time with the family and was often away on business trips that Eton later discovered were rendezvous with other women. His mother, once vibrant and full of love, was now cold and withdrawn. The laughter that used to fill their home was replaced by shouting and tense silences. Eton had everything he had ever wanted: money, luxury, and status, but he had never felt more alone. One evening, as Eton sat in the opulent but empty living room, the mysterious man appeared again. "Enjoying your better life?" the man asked, his voice dripping with irony. Eton broke down. "Please take me back. I didn't know it would be like this. I thought money would fix everything, but it's not worth it without love." The man's expression softened, but he shook his head. "I warned you, Eton. Every choice has consequences. You only had one chance to change the past." Desperate, Eton begged. "There must be something I can do." The man paused, then said, "Perhaps there is one way. You can't change the past again, but you can work to make this present better. Show your family the love and connection they've lost. Prove that even in this world, love can thrive." From that moment, Eton vowed to mend his fractured family. He spent time with his mother, reminding her of the joy she once had. He confronted Robert, urging him to treat his wife with respect. Slowly, the cold mansion began to warm. Though the journey was difficult, Eton learned the true value of love and family. He realized that wealth could never replace the bond that comes from genuine care and understanding. And while he could never return to his old life, Eton found peace in knowing he could build a new one where love, not money, was the foundation. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you in my next video.